to share with you in this video might surprise you. There's a lot of facts in the charts that we've uncovered that are saying that the bottom could very well be in. But in order to be a disciplined trader, we've got to look at both sides. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 charts that scare the hell out of me. And I'm going to show you if something happens in these charts, it could help me flip bearish. But only based on the facts in the charts. We're going to cover it with an open and honest mind. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give my honest opinion about these 5 charts and what I think is going to happen and what's the possibility that I could flip bearish. Welcome in. Hit that subscribe button. I want to share with you something first that's going to impact your life forever. There's only 2 days left. Do not miss out. Sign up to my program right now, cryptocrewuniversity.com. With the all-in-one, you're going to start to recover those losses right now. You're going to start to dominate your trades right now. You're going to have so much more free time. You're going to have so much less stress. I have been where you are, and I know how to take you to where I am. With a one-time payment, get immediate access and lifetime access. Take my program at your own pace and reach out to me 24/7 with any questions that you have. If price is of concern, at the checkout, we have payment plans. If you like my videos, which you do, you will love my program. Absolutely love it, because you're going to get my personal strategy that dominates, and it will multiply your portfolio even in a bear market. How would it feel to multiply your portfolio in a bear market? What would that feel like to tell your friends and family you multiplied your portfolio in this bear market? Sign up right now. The clock is ticking. cryptocrewuniversity.com. Do you see the link right here? It will also be linked in the description. Pause this video right now. There's only 2 days left. Pause this video right now and go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Did you pause the video? Sign up right here for the all-in-one. This is the one that's flying off the shelves that everybody is raving about. Sign up right here. If you have any questions, you can email me right here. Now, if you're a student, write in the comments your story with my courses, where you were before and after. Would love to read those, and so would everybody else. Now I'm going to cover 5 charts in today's video, and they're pretty ugly. All right, I'm going to give my honest opinion. We're going to go through all 5. That's chart number 1. This is chart number 2, and I'm going to give my latest and greatest opinion. This is chart number 3. This is chart number 4, and wait till you see chart number 5. It's a doozy. But when we go through each one, I'm going to tell you what that chart is saying, and then I'm going to give my honest opinion at the end for a cumulative perspective of these 5 charts. And again, we have been on the fence of calling this mega crash, right? We started calling for a mega crash back in January. We covered this bear flag right here on this channel. And we were in this pattern going from the bottom to the top, back to the bottom to the top, back to the bottom to the top, and finally breaking through. When we broke through here, we simply took a measured move. We took a measured move of the pole, which is this, and the pole said that we were going to plummet from that 48K area all the way down here to sub 19,000. And it's pretty close, right? In TA, you use this pole for when to get out of the trade, and it proved to be remarkably accurate. The problem is this was a bear flag that plummeted us in prices, and one of the problems is we're in another bear flag as we speak. Now, most people will say, hey, when we're in this rising channel, when we're making a low, a higher low, another higher low, while making higher highs, isn't that a good thing? No. In a downturn, this is a bear flag, and these often are continuation patterns to the downside, okay? What we have to see here in order to avoid this is Bitcoin has to confirm above on this line here to null and void the bear flag, right? We have to have a breakthrough candle and then a confirmation candle. We tried to have a breakthrough candle here on the 16th, and then on the 20th, we tried to confirm it and we couldn't. All right, so this is still active, right? We had a fake breakout to the upside, right? and we're back inside of this treacherous bear flag. So this is concern, right? We have to be concerned with this. This is very alarming, and we need to follow it. Now, should you trade inside of a pattern? No, you need to trade with the confirmation of the pattern. We have yet to get this. What would make me even more concerned if we break to the downside? So, for example, in the next handful of days to a week, if we are closing with the body of our candle below 20K, that means we've started this type of action that could lead to this type of action. Now, again, we will cover my honest opinion because there's a lot of facts in the charts that are saying we have reached a bottom, which really goes against the herd. It's really not a popular opinion. We will get to that. But I do want to share, these are the facts. We can't argue with them. This is a bear flag. This is a bear flag. Bear flags are not fun. We don't want to play with them. All right? That's chart number 1. Chart number 2, bearish engulfing candle. If you're relatively new to trading, what is a bearish engulfing candle? You need a big old red candle here, okay? The prior candle has to be green, and the big red candle has to have a bigger body than the green one. It's that simple, okay? So we have a big red candle, check. We have previous candles green, check. Is the red candle body bigger than the green? Yes. It was the first in history, all right? Literally the first in Bitcoin's entire history, and it happened on the 6-month chart. If you look at the opposite of a bearish engulfing candle, that's a bullish engulfing candle. And we had one back here in 2015. So opposite rules apply. We need a big green candle, we need the prior candle to be a red one, and we need the green body to be a lot bigger than the red one. Check, check, check. We're good. This was a bullish engulfing. What did it mean? It meant that this downturn was over and that we were about to start a major rally to the upside. And we definitely saw that, okay? We saw that from about 263 all the way up here to 20,000. I would say that this was the turning point in the chart. Now, there are some fake signals like here. This is another bullish engulfing candle. Green candle, prior candle red, check. Green candle bigger than the red, check. However, we went up in prices a little bit and then plummeted. So is this 100% accurate 100% of the time? No. There's no certainties in trading. There are probabilities. This bearish engulfing candle basically says, hey, that uptrend that we were in, that everybody loved, yeah, that's over, and we're about to start this new trend to the downside. The problem is these trends are on 6-month candles, which is suggesting the next year, year and a half could be trouble. That's what this candle is saying. It's an obvious concern for obvious reasons. Now let's get to chart number 3. And again, wait till you see chart number 5, and then I'm going to give my honest opinion on all of the charts. But chart number 3 is a powerful one, and that's the 200 MA, right? The 200 MA in history, we've treated it really well, right? We've never had all of these candles below as resistance to this 200 MA. At least that's what everybody says. They may have forgotten the time in 2015 where we had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles as resistance, right? And this is on the weekly chart. So I wouldn't say it's a major concern, but what I would say about this is that when you have a support line for so long and you suddenly start holding it as resistance, you have to watch out because it's walking a fine line. A lot of times the market will get some heavy rejection from this area if we do not hold it as support. Notice back here in 2015, it wasn't like we were down below here for a few months. It was a couple weeks. You know, we battled up, we battled down, then we finally held it as support. We've got to hold this as support in 2022, and we cannot get heavy resistance from this area. You can see that Bitcoin has tried to get above repeatedly, and this level has proved to be pretty strong. Chart number 4. Chart number 4 is very interesting. There's 2 components, the top component and the bottom component. We're going to cover the top component first, and we'll follow up with the bottom. Top component. Well, in Bitcoin's 11, 12, 13-year history, we have never, ever closed below this yellow line. Simply put, all of the price action, 99% of it happens between this bottom yellow line and this top yellow line. It's incredibly rare for any price action to fall outside of that range until now. We just had our first candle literally print below here, and we're in the midst of printing our second candle below. This is pretty devastating, all right? We've never been below here in Bitcoin's history. When you have a support zone that's been a support zone for its entire history, and now it's resistance, this is major. It's very noteworthy. It tells us that when we look up, the amount of resistance above there is more than Bitcoin has ever seen its entire life. And this is not my opinion. This is just, it's a blatant fact right in front of us. Even when we had a prediction that the bottom is in, this was a clear-cut point that we made repeatedly. When Bitcoin looks up, that's more resistance than we've ever seen. Nobody can argue it. This is just a fact. And it comes in multiple angles. We can look at it from the fact of the RSI. The RSI has come down beautifully to touch this area of about 44 on the monthly. We've never been below that 44. In fact, we're so far below where we've ever been that this 44 is now our resistance. So it's not just in price action, it's also in the RSI. When we look up, there's more resistance than we've ever seen, even if the bottom is in. That's a key point, and you have to have that as noteworthy material going forward. Chart number 5, this is where things start heating up. If you look at this pattern, which I don't know why, but nobody's ever talked about it, you can see point number 1 and a double bottom, 2 and 3, right? Point number 1 was the top, and then boom, double bottom over a long period of time. Then we repeated that pattern. We had the top, and then boom, double bottom over a long period of time. Are we going to do that again? I'm going to make a separate video about that, so make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Now let's get to the point on this chart that is relevant to today's video. What would make me fascinatingly nervous about this chart? Well, this is really crazy. But if you look at the history, right? These peaks before got above these red lines, you know, fairly easily the first handful of years. And then it became hard to get above this red line, and we peaked at this red line. And then it became hard to even get to this red line, and we got to the green line. If you say, hey, in these previous peaks, we even got up to this red line and got down to the purple line a few times, why wouldn't we, if we couldn't even get up to the red line, why wouldn't we close below this purple line? It's a fair point. And it's a fair question, and we have to ask it. Is it possible for Bitcoin to close below this purple line? Yes. Would it be completely devastating? Yeah. Because not only when we look up, there would be more resistance than we've ever seen, there would be layers of resistance. It's almost like we would be buried alive, and we would have to climb out even further to get out. We do not want to go below this purple line at all. We do not want that at all. That would be much longer recovery time and much lower prices. To all the people, which is the majority, that say 10K is the bottom, you're probably dancing in your seat right now because there is evidence that we could go down. But what's my opinion? Based on these 5 charts that we showed right now, what's my honest opinion? Well, I want to go piece by piece, and then we'll piece together what I believe, right? Here, what would really change my tone is if we close below 20K with a body of a candle, which would close below this, which would trigger another bear flag breakdown continuation pattern. With the bearish engulfing candle, I'm not so concerned about it because we're not going to know how this plays out for another year, year and a half when we get a couple more candles to print. And sometimes we do have false candles like this one that print that do not have the weight. So that one I'm not as concerned with. This one I'm a little bit concerned with. Over the next handful of weeks, I would say 4 to 8 weeks, we got to get a candle that closes above. And when we do, that will be a remarkable sign. And we're going to need to follow that up with a continuation of a second candle printing above this yellow line, right? With this chart, this is concerning. All right, this is a major close below, and it looks like we're not slowing down. As I mentioned in previous videos, we could have this yellow line as resistance for literally the rest of this year and potentially into next year, right? That has to be something that we have to really accept. This is a legit possibility, Even if the market's bottomed, we could hold this as resistance for the next 6 to 8 months. Okay, we have to look at that as a consideration, especially considering we've got levels of resistance. It's almost like we're buried not in a 6-foot hole, but it's like in a 12 to 20-foot hole. And we're looking up at some heavy resistance. And with this chart, again, I want to cover this double bottom theory, which where would this double bottom be and what the price would be in another video. So make sure you subscribe. But when we're below this, I think that would be my most concerning point out of all the charts I showed you. All right. So if this would be the trigger point, if Bitcoin closes below 20K, this could unlock the floodgates and would cause us to go below here, and we would be in a whole world of trouble. And I have to say, it is a possibility. There's no certainties in trading. Now, do we still have a whole bunch of facts that the bottom is in based on this chart and based on this chart and based on this chart with the pi cycle, the green printing, based on our crosses, based on the golden zone, based on this one? Yeah, I would say right now, in my honest opinion, there's more facts that are saying that the bottom could be in. Another way to look at this bottom is Bitcoin has never in the history of Bitcoin had such a powerful buy signal and it not be true, right? We have such a powerful buy signal. Whether you want to say the bottom is in or not, we've only been in the golden zone 3 other times in history, okay? Bitcoin is showing signs that this is the best buying opportunity you can count on your hand. This is literally one of the 5 best buying opportunities of your life, regardless of the bottom being in or not. That's the key. Let that sink in. This is one of the 5 best buying opportunities of Bitcoin's entire history, unequivocally, undeniably, and nobody can argue that. Based on all of the facts in the charts, this is one of the 5 best buying opportunities, period. Undisputable. Whether the bottom is in or not is disputable, and it's a small point, really. When you think about the first thing I said, you can count on your one hand the best opportunities. It's right in front of you. So that is undeniable, and that's where I stand. You know, we could have further downside action, but it'll just be even a better opportunity, and usually the herd is wrong. So there's more facts that the bottom is in than not, but those are the charts that make me very nervous. Now, what I want to say is here. With these courses, there's only 2 days left. No more messing around. Pause this video and go sign up. I want you to be the next Sergio. After he signed up, he made 3 times his investment. How about Kevin? Went from losing to winning. How about Donovan? From daunting and complicated to winning. You're next. CryptoCrewUniversity.com and go sign up. The all-in-one. I do want to say this. I'll see some comments from time to time from people that are like, Steve, I really want to sign up. I just need to wait for the next bull run so my portfolio grows, and then I'll have the money to sign up. That's a horrific idea. It's really bad. You will probably regret that for years and years to come. The reason is you're making a lot of bad mistakes now, and I'm going to wipe all those clean. You're going to start winning now. You're going to start dominating your trades now. You're going to save a ton of money and stress now. You're going to have a lot more free time now. Now is the time to sign up. No more messing around. You don't want to continue down the wrong path, making a whole bunch of mistakes. You want to correct them now and start multiplying your portfolio now. So go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside.